Cubs baseball is brought to you by Budweiser, the official beer of Major League Baseball. Great times are waiting. Grab some Buds.
Cubs have dropped every series this year to the Pirates, 3-7 overall, but trying to win game 1 of this weekend, as Brian Schlitter will be the first reliever in this ball game. Edwin Jackson went 5, gave up 3, and is the Cubs pitcher of record.
Brian, who has been very dependable so far this year, struggled last time out in Miami. 3 runs, gave up a home run.
2 bouncer to the shortstop Castro, and McCutchen is 0 for 3.
Schlitter pretty reliable around the plate with a good sinking fastball, very aggressive. Jackson plays the waiting game now. If the Cubs can hang on, he'll pick up his 5th win.
Davis came over from the Mets in mid-August, or mid-April rather. I know it was one of those months that started with an A.
With an A month.
Over the plate, it's 1-2. Kick, the 2-2 pitch, chopped to third. Alt tried to charge the ball, which is the right play, but could not make the short hop pick, and it'll be a base hit for Davis, his 2nd of the day.
That wasn't much of a hit, was it? Chopper, and he didn't have his glove open when he got to it. Right, his glove caught the ground. He reached down for it, kind of turned it a little bit on him. A little out of balance pursuing that one. It goes as an infield hit for Davis.
Way outside to Martin. Reds also today optioned left-hander Tony Cingrani to AAA. He had been put in the bullpen after Matt Latos returned from the DL. Right-hander Jumbo Diaz gets the call. Saw him pitch in spring training. He throws really hard.
Yeah,
and Jumbo's a good name. He's a big dude.
Big dude that throws hard, that spent a lot of time in the minor leagues.
6'4", 315, Jumbo Diaz. 12 years in the minors.
Yeah.
And now he's in the big leagues.
He and Jonathan Broxton, what a duo. Hoover's a big guy. Some big guys in that bullpen.
And Drusick is would be the team's center probably. Well, no, Chapman might be.
Has Jumbo been in the big leagues before?
I don't believe so. I think this is the first time. Jose Rafael Diaz. He's 30 years old.
I like the kid that started for the Twins last night, Pino. Made his major league debut as a starter at the age of 30.
Yeah, the oldest Twin to make his major league debut.
Pitched well, too. 7 innings, a 2-run ball, struck out 7. He did not get a win, though.
No decision.
It's bogus.
Schlitter looking for a ground ball. And he gets one, but it goes right directly back behind the plate. Still 2-2. Celebrating the decade of the 1950s on this homestand. There's the ground ball. Somebody's got to cover first. Somebody's got to get there, and nobody did.
Well, go as a base hit. Back-to-back base hits on plays that probably should have been made, certainly could have been made. A little out of balance going after the Davis chopper, and now this one.
You see where Valbuena is? He's way toward second, so Schlitter's. That's a tough play because Brian's thinking I'm going to get the ball, and then once Anthony got it, it was kind of in his way.
You know, you could argue Schlitter's got to continue on to first base, but that's tough because Rizzo's right in his path. Tough read for the first baseman too. Hard to assume the pitcher is going to be able to make the play on that ground ball.
Grimm and Wright. This is going to be a group effort today after the starter was pulled after 5. You got Harrison at the plate and left-handed hitting Pedro Alvarez on deck. I see your car there on the bottom right. Looks like you need to get it washed. Here's a pitch. It's a strike. Oh, maybe I was looking at mine.
What were we looking at?
The aerial view. I was looking at the parking lot off to the right.
I was looking at my scorebook.
I trust you. If you got your car washed, then I was looking at the wrong one. Justin Wilson, left-hander, is up. Scherholtz will make the grab, and the runners have to hold. MLB.TV Premium, the #1 live streaming sports service, is celebrating 12 years. Join the millions of subscribers. Watch every out-of-market game live in True HD on over 400 devices. Go to Cubs.com for details. Matchup time in the 6th. Wesley Wright brought in to face Pedro Alvarez. 2 on, 2 down. We'll be back.
Hurry up, not a red light. Gonna make it home on time. It's a green light. Here we go. Never fear, it's super dash. He's got this underwater pass. Gonna make it home before the table sets. Here I am. It's going to save the day. Hi, Bubbles.
Sport mode. Power when you need it most. The Kia Optima.
Lease the Optima LX for $189 a month or get 0% APR plus $1,000 bonus cash for qualified customers.
Looking at the list of ingredients, you might think to yourself, it can't be that hard to bake a batch of Stacy's pita chips. But you'd be wrong. There's an art to bake the perfect pita, and at Stacy's, there are no shortcuts. Batches are freshly prepared, gently rested overnight, halved, cut, and then baked again. It's not the easy way, but it's the better way. That's the Stacy's way, and we're not messing with it.
Your joints work hard for you. Give them the edge they deserve.
New Edge from Osteo Biflex with Joint Shield helps strengthen your joints. It works as hard for your joints as they do for you. Get the added benefits of joint and muscle and joint and energy. New Edge from Osteo Biflex, so you're always ready for action. Find it in your vitamin aisle.
Start your weekends early with How I Met Your Mother on WGN America. These friends write the playbook when it comes to love laughs and pickup lines. How I Met Your Mother, Thursdays and Fridays at 8 on WGN America.
Pedro Alvarez coming up. Cubs leading by 3, tying run at the plate, and it'll be a left-hander to try to neutralize the home run hitter.
Yeah, this is kind of a no-brainer move, isn't it, to bring the lefty in. Wesley Wright 0-1 with a 261 in 25 appearances with a 215 batting average against Alvarez against left-handers, hitting 213. He's hit 2 of his 11 home runs off southpaws.
Davis at second, Martin at first, both with singles in this inning. Well, Brian Schlitter, the pitch, swing and a miss. Boy, Alvarez trying to put that one in a little late. 0-1. He has been hitting for average here lately, but as I mentioned, not driving in runs. 1-for-1 with a walk and has scored in this one. The pitch. Slider missed away. Look at that. It's reverse splits for Wright.
So the main advantage here is you neutralize the power of Alvarez. It's the biggest thing about bringing the lefty in.
And that's normally the case. In the air to deep center, Sweeney on the track. He's got just enough room, and Alvarez doing a little dance around first, saying, "Ah."
Neutralized them by that much.
It's still 6-3 Cubs.
Richard Sherman.
Little voice in my stomach?
I'm getting waterlogged down here. What you doing?
When you train as hard as I do, you gotta hydrate.
You need protein, too. And with no artificial ingredients or preservatives. Alberto beef jerky's the real deal, you know.
I hear your little voice in my stomach.
That's what I'm talking about. Alberto beef jerky. You get out what you put in.
Grilled meats.
Smells so good. What's happening over there?
Corn! Oh, yeah, that's the X4 Platinum, the world's most social grill.
Social grill?
Did he just take a selfie?
Oh, yeah. Send photo. Watch, he's gonna light it with an app.
Oh, gas.
Yeah. Kebab, 1 serving.
Get off your gas and grill with Kingsford Charcoal.
Luis, ándale, ya llegaron tus amigos.
Guys.
Play Peel Play Ole Ole from McDonald's. And you could win a trip for 2 to the FIFA World Cup final in Rio. There's something new to love at McDonald's.
David's heart attack didn't come with a warning. Today, his doctor has him on a bare aspirin regimen to help reduce the risk of another one. If you've had a heart attack, be sure to talk to your doctor before you begin an aspirin regimen.
How I Met Your Mother, tonight at 8. Wait for it on WGN America.
Welcome back. 6-3 Cubs lead. Aerial coverage provided by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you've got to get DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Wow. Play the Blues.
Looks like a painting, doesn't it?
Yep. Curveball strike on Mike Alt. 6th inning, 6-3 Cubs.
Sabermetricians talk about 3 true outcomes: walks, strikeouts, and home runs. Old so far today, a strikeout and a walk.
And explain why those would be true outcomes.
Yeah, because you can't defend it. So when they evaluate pitching, there's a luck factor with the ball put in play. So they look at walk rate, strikeout rate, home run rate. Home runs per fly ball averages around 10%. About 10% of fly balls leave the ballpark.
Swing and a miss. He got him. I think that of all the things that have been accomplished with the quantitative stats is that we're much better at being able to say, well, first of all, use rate stats versus counting stats, which are difficult to compare. Some guy may play 12 more games and you go, well, he knocked in more runs. Yeah, but he had,
or RBIs, right? How many opportunities the guy has with men on base.
But to say what's the average, kind of what's most of baseball doing? Are you above that or below that? And we give you the walk and strikeout percentage on our second page of the pitcher stats, which is a good indication of the kind of year a guy's having. You mentioned line drive percentage, very important for both hitters and for pitchers.
Charlie Morton is a sinker baller, gets a lot of ground balls, so you see his strikeout rate a little bit below major league average. So you would want a better walk rate for Charlie.
Right.
And here's the other thing too that they dig into, the whole earned run averaging. He's allowed 10 unearned runs this year, and a lot of sabermetricians say, well, let's not really pay attention to that. It's just runs allowed, because it's hard to quantify, because some of that has to be on the pitcher, right? I mean,
yeah,
the guy makes an error behind you and you end up allowing 6 runs. That's, you shouldn't be off the hook for that. You got to be able to pitch around some errors.
2-2 to Baker. 3-2. Justin Ruggiano is on deck. He'll hit for right. Sharply hit ground ball, and it'll get past both Davis and Harrison and into right. And that's a 1-out base hit.
Morton's been up with that sinker a lot today. Baker able to find a little seam in the defense there. That's a great shot from overhead.
We'll bring out Ray Searage, the Pirates pitching coach, to chat with Morton.
The lefty up in the Pirate bullpen. Wilson up earlier. I assume that's him again. This is the Ruggiano scouting report meeting.
Saw this David Ortiz story. Did you? Joe Torre kind of got on him for getting on his team's official score.
I saw a headline. I didn't see the story.
A statement released by Joe Torre, quote, official scores have a job to do, and by their very nature, their decisions don't make everyone happy. I guess Joe Mauer was charged with an error. Ball Ortiz thought should have been called a hit at Fenway Park. And I was pretty upset about it. I guess after the inning, he was yelling at the press box, putting his thumbs down. And then after the game, was still upset. Quote, he thought people were supposed to have your back at home, and it never happened.
No, they're not.
They're not. The thing is, official scores are supposed to make the call based on what they believe happened.
Yeah, come on, Poppy. You're not supposed to have your back.
And Torre added, official scores should never give any benefit of the doubt to the home team. We want their best judgment based on the rules. Inside.
It's a dog's life.
Bounce to Davis. Mercer drops it. Did he recover in time? He did on the bare hand. He was able to grab the ball with his bare hand. According to James Hoy, the second base umpire. Ricky's going to come out, but that was a pretty nice adjustment after he dropped the ball.
He throws a little high on him. He's trying to see the bag as he catches the ball.
Ooh. It's like the ground causing a fumble in football. He had it trapped on the dirt. Does that count? Yeah, I guess it does. Does he have to pick it up?
I don't know.
Ooh.
How do you define control there? I guess you just make the call with your instincts if you're the umpire.
No challenge.
Yeah, but they got it right.
Let's wait for you to dig into the rule book again.
Yeah, just by the time I find the pertinent rule, we've moved on. I don't know that I've ever had that, you know, with a barehanded play of the ball on the ground, what defines control of the ball? I mean, you have to be able to pick it up off the ground and say, I've got it. Apparently not.
Albuena in the air. Polanco to end the inning. We go to the 7th. 6-3 Cubs.
Baseball in America means baseball on WGN America. Sox, Twins, Saturday 1:30 East on WGN America.
Are you ready?
The refreshing twist of Bud Light Lime. The perfect beer for whatever happens.
I'm on break, sweetheart.
You know you don't have to put up with this. Those annoying period symptoms? General pain relievers like Advil only treat cramps, but Midol has 3 active ingredients to take care of that.
And fatigue and bloating. Because you deserve better.
Don't let bad snacks ruin your party. Have O'Hare Party Repair replace them with Tostitos, fajita scoops, and queso blanco dip. These chips taste just like fajitas. Your party will be moving and grooving in no time. Tostitos, bring the party.
Jack Link's Jerky presents Hangry Moments.
Sorry, folks. Still waiting on that mechanic.
Jack Link's Jerky, the protein-packed way to feed your wild side.
The authentic taste of a strawberry margarita is here, without all the hassle. Bud Light Lime Strawberryta is perfectly mixed with a refreshing twist of Bud Light Lime. Just pop, pour over ice, and enjoy. And now try new Mango and Raspberryta.
Time now to check out our WGN Cubs fan cam.
As I was walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me an endless skyway. I saw below me a golden valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island. From the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I was walking.
Oh, that's the classic tune. Everybody knows it, and that's the great voice of Tom Morello, the Night Watchman, with that track. And you may hear that later on tonight in a live setting over at Hot Stove Cool Music. Tom, how are you? Great to see you.
I'm well, thank you. It's great to be here. Always great to be back in Wrigley Field.
You have had a very busy time here, and we've been staying in touch, getting ready for the show tonight. You've been on tour with Bruce Springsteen.
That's correct. And over the course of the last 18 months or so, I've been on tour with Bruce. It's been pretty amazing.
You've been
One of
all
those
over the
shows
world.
was in Wrigley Field, actually, about a year ago. Yeah.
And what I noticed was that you guys would pick an interesting cover I know when you were in Australia, you did some AC/DC, right?
Sure.
You did Van Halen when you were in Dallas. Well, how did you decide what cover songs?
Well, I mean, we played 34 shows and 182 different songs. So Bruce is always pulling rabbits out of the hat, and that's one thing that I've, learned in working with him is be very, very flexible and to be ready for anything. And that's certainly going to be on display tonight at the Metro, where we're going to play a show. It's for a great cause. There's going to be a lot of surprises.
Jordy Mercer leading off against Neil Ramirez, and we want to wish you a very happy 50th birthday.
Yes.
That you just celebrated.
Yes.
That's a big one.
Yes.
Welcome to the club.
No one's more surprised than I that I lived this long, but I'm very happy to be here.
It's how you feel. That's all that matters.
You know what? And I hope it won't be too many more years before we have a Cubs World Series championship.
There you go.
That's what we need. In fact, at one of the surprises at tonight's show is I'm going to unveil my 7-point plan for the Cubs to win the World Series.
Okay, great.
That's the teaser.
We got it. There's a pitch. Mercer swings and misses. 1-2 the count.
Now you're going to do this musically? Is it
you'll just. Are you going to be at the show? You're going to be at the show? All right. Yeah.
He's in.
Yeah.
He's in.
It's a beautiful day. Got my family here. I've been coming to Cubs games since I was 4 years old, and it's always great to be back at Wrigley Field.
Yeah, we see you with your Cubs cap on all the time.
Yeah, representing around the globe.
No question.
Yeah.
And Hot Stove Cool Music at Metro tonight. Tom will be headlining. We got Jimmy Chamberlain. We've known Jimmy for a long time from Smashing Pumpkins. I was at rehearsal yesterday, and I was outside the door when you were playing some of the songs, and it was smoking.
Yeah, it's the first time I've ever played with Jimmy Chamberlain from Smashing Pumpkins. It's really, really exciting. One of my all-time favorite bands, one of my all-time favorite drummers, and so to be in a room with him was great. And it sounded, we'll try to do half as well. If we do half as well during the show as we did at rehearsal, it's going to be all right.
It'll be great.
Yeah.
And you get to sing with Ernie. This is a pretty good day.
Yes, we've worked out some very complicated Simon and Garfunkel harmonies.
Mercer, I guess, got hit by that pitch.
Oh, boy.
Travis Snyder will now pinch hit. And there it is. Hot Stove Cool Music. Doors open at 7 tonight. There are 7:30 rather. There are still some tickets available. metrochicago.com. So come on over. It's going to be a great night. Now Ricky Renteria has gone out to the home plate umpire Bob Davidson, wondering if he might challenge whether or not Mercer was hit. And apparently they believe he was. Let's see what we think. Yeah.
Yeah, he just grazed him on the shoulder. Scary up around the head, and Ramirez, as you know, can rush it up there 96-7 miles an hour at times.
And here's Snyder in the pitcher's spot. Polanco on deck.
Tom, you were saying with touring with Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
You played 180 plus songs and you had to be flexible. Was there ever a moment? Did you ever have a really moment? Like you said, we're playing this tonight, or
almost every moment, because it's like the set list is just a falsehood to begin with. So he'll pick signs out of the audience, and one night we played some fan assigned for Van Morrison's Brown Eyed Girl. And I was like, I've heard that song on the radio before, and I'm about to play it in the stadium. But there's sort of a self-fulfilling confidence in the room that the band can play anything, and sure enough, it works out great night after night.
That's really the vibe of Hot Stove Cool Music. It has been.
Yeah.
Getting people who are great at what they do a little bit out of their comfort zone.
Yep.
Playing with people they've never played with, maybe haven't met, might be fans of.
Yep.
Long run for Coughlin, and he leaves his feet, makes a catch. Way off the line there in the shift, and he had a long run to get it.
Man, what a day he is having. Triple home run. Now he saves an extra base hit with his fine play in left field.
Here comes Polanco with one away. So a quick story about one of our all-stars tonight. Gary Klebe, who fronts the great band out of Zion, Illinois, Shoes. They've been around since 1973. When he and John and Jeff Murphy were in high school, they said, we're going to form a band, take a year to learn how to play. They didn't even know how to play.
A whole year.
And then in '74, they started to play write songs. They've recorded probably 15 to 20 records over the last 4
really?
years.
Wow.
So I asked Gary to come and do a couple of Shoes tunes early in the night.
Sure.
And he said, I'm a huge Cub fan. I would love to come. And he told me, by the way, yesterday, the Cubs actually scouted him as a pitcher when he was in high school. He told me he has never played with other musicians. He said, I've only been on stage with my band the last 40 years. So he was a little nervous about this. And that's the point of Hot Stove.
Not as nervous as I was throwing the first pitch. Like, I was very comfortable in Wrigley Field playing in front of 50,000 people. But yeah, it's lonely out there on the mound.
Right?
It's lonely. So I got to say, today I did bring some 45-mile-an-hour heat.
Yeah.
Some heat.
You had a little more giddy up than Wayne Newton did.
Well, I asked him right before he went out if he had. I was like, when's the last time he was throwing a pitch off the mound? He looked at me like, son. Son.
Swing and a miss. All right, let's check it out. Tom Morello wearing, I think, Emilio Bonifacio's number 64.
Also my birth year.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Boom. There we go. Well, maybe outside corner. Right, with a generous.
Top of the zone.
Top of the zone. Yeah. Top of the zone. Yeah. Make sure they keep it in the ballpark.
2-1 on Polanco. So there had to be somebody early on you played with, and you were like, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm playing."
Sure, many. I mean, early on, I played on a track with Joe Strummer and Johnny Cash, and we did a version of Bob Marley's Redemption song that was pretty huge. Three of my favorite artists of all time, and sort of somehow I parachuted into that one. And, through the years, I've had the opportunity to play with almost, with many of the favorites in my record collection growing up. So. And tonight, well, there's some more. I mean, I understand that there's some special surprises that will occur, and I'm looking forward to that as well.
Just off the outside corner, 3-2. Marte next. Cubs leading by 3 here in the 7th.
That's why that play by Coughlin was so important. What these guys at the top of the Pirate batting order have been doing lately, Polanco, Marte, McCutchen, have all been on fire. That ball gets down. High anxiety in the Cubs dugout.
Goes a runner, ball 4, and that will bring the tying run to the plate. All right, Tom, we're going to let you and Ernie figure out the harmonies here or take me out to the ball game. But thanks for chatting with us.
My pleasure. Very much looking forward to it.
Thanks so much for being a part of this great charitable event tonight.
Yeah,
and we're going to rock the house.
Thanks for having me. I look forward to it, brother.
Thanks,
all right,
Tom
cheers.
Morello.
Thank you very much. We'll see you guys tonight. We'll see you in a few minutes singing.
Audio Slave, Bruce Springsteen. As he said, he's played with all of them. The greatest guitar players of all time. Here's Marte. In the dirt, knocked down by Baker, and the runners will hold. Mercer at second, Polanco at first. High 2-0.
Ramirez clearly not at his best here in terms of location this afternoon. Just doesn't look comfortable out there. Now Baker's going to go out and have a chat. Infielders will all convene on the mound.
Seen Jackson. And then out of the bullpen, Schlitter, Wright, and now Ramirez. The Cubs bullpen still has to get 8 more outs. Now back our way.
Nowhere to put him. Had to challenge with the 2-0 fastball. Marte with a pretty good whack at it, but fouled it straight back. 0 for 3 today. He has struck out twice. In between those 2 punch outs, he had a rocket to center field that Ryan Sweeney made a nice play on. One of the hotter hitters in the league here the last couple of weeks.
3-1. You're right. 10-game hitting streak on the line. 0 for 3 today. Well, he hit a ball really hard in his second at bat. Big pitch here for Ramirez. Swing and a miss. 3-2.
Good life on that elevated fastball. May or may not have been a strike. Did not.
I want to get on the same page here on a big 3-2 coming up. Payoff delivery, and we'll do it again. During batting practice today, it was a hot, humid day. Wind was blowing out. Looked like it was going to be a big offensive day. It has been for the Cubs. 6 runs. The wind has been pretty much blowing in throughout the ball game. It's cooled off a bit. And a fly ball to deep right. Sherholtz tracking. He will get there right in front of 368. And again, the wind always a factor here. If it's blowing out, that's a home run.
That becomes a particular challenge with McCutchen here because he can take you deep to any part of the ballpark and try to stay away from his power. Pretty good middle away. Hard in with a fastball, maybe breaking balls away. Mazio wants to talk to his young right-hander about it. Maybe one of those, worst case scenario conversations where one swing of the bat ties the ball game. So maybe they're going to say, hey, let's just, life away, four seam or cutters away. Let him hit the ball the other way, figuring that's going to be more difficult to hit the ball out of the ballpark. If you make a mistake with a breaking ball, that's probably the most likely pitch he's going to jack into the seats in left field on you. Guys this good, there's not one way to pitch him. No easy answers.
And not waiting around. He went after the first fastball he saw and fouled it off. In that 4-game series last week, he had 8 hits, 4 doubles, 3 homers, 3 walks, 9 RBIs, and he ended up being the player of the week in the National League. The 0-1, now 0-2.
Far fastball away, slider away.
Not getting up here for an 0-2 pitch. Not that McCutchen won't chase, but he won't do it very often.
He walks about as much as he strikes out.
Yeah, he strikes out this time, and it's time now For the 7th inning stretch, it's brought to you by Budweiser.
Conductors for Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Rage Against the Machine guitarist Tom Morello and Mr. Cub Ernie Banks.
All right, Cub fans, let us hear ya. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back. Well, it's root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Let's get some runs.
You've reached the age where you learned a thing or two. This is the age of knowing what you're made of. So why let erectile dysfunction get in your way? Talk to your doctor about Viagra. 20 million men already have. Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain. It may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects include headache, flushing, upset stomach, and abnormal vision. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing. This is the age of taking action. Viagra. Talk to your doctor.
What do you see here? Gold bricks? Saddam stole it, so I have no problem stealing it from Saddam. We dropped a lot of bombs out here, but we're gonna do this without firing any shots.
All Cal. Yeah, it's all Cal.
I want you to leave this town.
Three Kings, Sunday at 8 p.m. on WGN America.
That was fun. Tom Morello, Ernie Banks, Mr. Cub with the stretch. On Ernie Banks bobblehead day. Justin Wilson with his team trailing by 3. Boy, big factor today. The Cubs have taken care of Marte and McCutchen. They're combined 0 for 4. They were combined 0 for 8 in this ball game.
In the last homestand, they were able to neutralize Giancarlo Stanton. He came in here and really struggled.
This play by Mercer. I'll tell you what, now they're going to give him the out, but before that transfer rule got tweaked this year, that might not have been an out. I think he just flipped it to McCutchen from the glove, which you're really not supposed to do. Let's see. Yeah, you're supposed to pull it out with your hand, but that's a catch.
Yeah,
so
it's the whole common sense thing. McCutchen's running a little off tackle play there. He wasn't going to take the hand off, so there's a little miscommunication in the backfield. Mercer didn't get the script anyway. That was supposed to fall in for Coghlan.
It left him a double shy of the cycle if it had fallen. Now their other lefty, Tony Watson, is having an all-star type first half. He may get some save chances. Depending on Melanson's availability and certain matchups. Jason Grilly taken out of the closer's role.
That's the beauty of the situation for Clint Hurdle. Melanson has had experience and success in the closer's role. Watson's been in a lot of high leverage situations.
And he takes the walk. Rizzo on for the second time today. It's been a good stretch here at home. The Cubs back over 500, 15 and 14 overall. See what they've done in their last 10.
And starters 5-0 with a .32 ERA in that stretch, and opposing batters hitting just .199 against them. Castro with the big ball this afternoon. A 2-strike breaking ball from Charlie Morton. You see Morton's reaction. He knows he made a mistake. Castro makes him pay. People are falling all over the place out there. Part of a 5-run third inning.
Cubs have 2 home runs on 0-2 counts this year. Both have been by Starlin Castro, both off Charlie Morton.
Wow, that's a tremendous factoid.
Thanks to Jason Carr and Safdar Khan from our fine Cubs media relations staff for those great notes.
Boys are grinding over there.
This 0-2 is low. And he took a half cut, which counts usually as a full swing. 2 outs.
Yeah, they don't cut him up. You never hear that 3-ball, 2.5 strike count. Maybe someday. Maybe in a different league.
Well, we do have halves in baseball. Half an inning. That's about it. Ground ball. It's Harrison to pick it up, and he'll get Sweeney. We'll go to the 8th. Cubs 6, Pirates 3.
What could be more important than your family?
Nothing.
Charlie, please. Why in God's name would we stay here?
Abby, you're just gonna have to trust me.
This is a national healthcare alert from the Health Hotline. If you, a family member, or a loved one suffers from knee pain and have Medicare as your primary insurance, we've got great news. You could qualify for a pain-relieving knee brace at little or no cost to you. Get free delivery, and all the paperwork is handled by our accredited suppliers at no charge to you. If you are on Medicare and have knee pain, don't wait. You may qualify to immediately receive a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost. Friendly agents are standing by 24/7 to help you. Call the Health Hotline right now for details toll-free. Our friendly representatives are standing by now to take your call. We also have other pain-relieving braces available for shoulder, ankle, and your back. You may be eligible to receive these items and more at little or no cost to you as well. Call right now for details toll-free.
Operators are standing by. Call 877-256-6762. That's 877-256-6762. Again, 877-256-6762. That's 877-256-6762.
With Expedia, you always get the lowest price. Book any flight or hotel, and if you find it for less, we'll match it and give you $50 off your next trip. Expedia, find yours.
Today at the wedding, you stream the game. And you're not necessarily proud of that. But tonight, you have the gang over for juicy Johnsonville brats made with premium cuts of pork. And you're definitely proud of that. Johnsonville, served with pride since 1945.
Chicago Cubs baseball brought to you by Budweiser. Great times are waiting. Grab some buds. Ford, manufacturers of America's best-selling brand. Check out our best-selling lineup at your local Ford store or online at localfordstores.com. And by Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. Double switch time. Junior Lake in for Ryan Sweeney, who made the final out of the bottom of the 7th. And that's where the pitcher's spot will go. Pedro Strop now occupying.
Follow Schlitter, Wright, and Ramirez out of the Cubs bullpen. Pedro 0-3, 374. 95, maybe a hair low.
Good note from Frank McPherson on Twitter. There are half-game leads and deficits in baseball. Yeah.
And there's a first half and a second half.
Okay, we've got way more halves than I thought. I knew I'd open a can of worms. But no halves of strikes or balls.
No. Have haves and have-nots.
There's no L, though, in there.
No.
2-1. Big crowd, and they're enjoying themselves today. 36-423. Swing and a miss.
Slider gets such tight spin and good downward break and just seems to never get there. Jason Grilli, formerly the closer, will be using a different role for a while anyway. So he's about to crank it up.
Gave up 2 homers in that series against the Reds. Swing and a miss, strike 3. We would be totally remiss if we did not mention Clayton Kershaw before we're done today. It happened Wednesday night. The second no-hitter of the year. The other belonging to his teammate Josh Beckett. I saw it's the first team to have 2 different guys throw a no-hitter since the Cubs in '72 with Hooten and Pappas.
15 strikeouts, so an error on Hanley Ramirez, away from a perfect game. Bad throw by Ramirez, but wow, I caught the last 2 or 3 innings of that. It was unbelievable performance. So much fun to watch.
His catcher, who's his best friend, A.J. Ellis, admitted that he was getting tears in his eyes as they were getting close.
Really?
Yeah. I started tearing up out there in the ninth, just sitting out there catching and watching him throw after he got those first 2 outs. He said, to do it here at Dodger Stadium, to do it with my best friend on the mound means the world to me. It's a game I'll watch on replays with my kids forever.
It was fun. They kept getting shots of his wife in the stands. And obviously, that made for great television. Vin Scully on the call, as you would expect, spot on.
Two to Martin.
It's funny, I was watching that on my iPad with my MLB.TV subscription on one of the 12 million viewers. And I was checking out some out-of-town scores. About the 3rd inning, I looked and saw, no runs, no hits, no errors on just the box score. And I said, that one's probably worth keeping an eye on. I mean, that's how good Kershaw is. You see no hits in the 3rd inning, you're thinking, that's worth checking back in on. And sure enough, when I went back in about the 7th, he still had it going, and I kind of hung in there for the rest of it.
22nd no-hitter in Dodger history. They're going to offer some discounted tickets at $22 each for their next for his next scheduled home start, June 29th against the Cardinals. That's his uniform number. And Martin takes ball 4.
Well, it's interesting because Kershaw, came to the big leagues at such a young age with so much promise, and the comparisons to Sandy Koufax, even back then, and he's essentially realized it. I mean, he has become that guy. 2 Cy Young awards. He's not a Hall of Famer yet, but he's on his way.
Yeah. Has a record contract, $215 million over 7 years. Slider to Harrison. 0-1.
Vin sets the scene, and then he says, and if you don't mind, I'm going to sit back and watch it with you.
Perfect.
As if he's telling you to move over on the couch. Slide over here. I want to watch the rest of this ball game with you.
As every person on the planet would do for Vin Scully. Strop trying to put away Harrison here, the 0-2, and he couldn't get him to chase. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rizzo going over to chat with Strop. And Bob Davidson needs a moment.
Salute to the dugout. Bob's okay. I think that left hand got dinged.
Almost got hit again. Strike 3 on 96 for his second strikeout of the inning.
Fastball over the heart of the plate, bottom of the knees. A lot of red K's going up on the scorecard today. Jackson had 8 in 5 innings of work. Second one for Strop. Ramirez had 1.
Alvarez bounces to Rizzo. Stop and turn and get the out at first. Pedro Strop scoreless 8th. Bullpen hasn't given up a run. Cubs lead by 3.
Grilled meats. Smells so good. What's happening over there? Corn! Oh, yeah, that's the X4 Platinum, the world's most social grill. Social grill?
Did he just take a selfie?
Oh, yeah. Send photo. Watch, he's gonna light it with an app. Oh, gas.
Yeah. Kebab, 1 serving.
Get off your gas and grill with Kingsford Charcoal.
2 medium cappuccinos.
Let's show them what a breakfast with whole grain fiber can do.
1 coffee with room, 1 large mocha latte. Medium macchiato, light hot chocolate, hold the whip, 2 espresso. Make 1 double.
She's full and focused.
I have 2 cappuccinos, 1 coffee with room, 1 large mocha latte, a medium macchiato, a light hot chocolate, hold the whip, and 2 espressos, 1 with a double shot.
That's not the coffee talking.
Start your day with Kellogg's Frosted Mini Wheat Cereal. With whole wheat goodness on one side and a hint of sweetness on the other, it's a delicious way to get the nutrition you want.
She orders a small hot chocolate. What is that supposed to mean? I thought we were going to get coffee. Does this not qualify as a date because we're not getting coffee? Hey, Tim, can I get over? Steve? Chris? Never mind. Anyway, I bought her a puppy. Do you give someone a puppy that you don't know that well?
Blind spot detection. It looks out for you. The Kia Optima.
Lease the Optima LX for $189 a month or get 0% APR plus $1,000 bonus cash for qualified customers.
Baseball in America means baseball on WGN America. Cubs, Pirates, Sunday 2:15 East on WGN America.
Hunting down an escaped Cryocon by releasing another one?
Send a maniac to catch a maniac.
Snipes, and Stallone.
I've been dreaming about killing you for 40 years. Keep dreaming.
Demolition Man, Tuesday on WGN America.
Well, run prevention is not only the pitching, but certainly defense as well. And the Cubs with some really nice plays today.
They saw Holt there on that slow roller. Anthony Rizzo's made a couple fine plays over there at first base. Ryan Sweeney really had to battle that line drive. That thing might have been knuckling on him. I think Chris Coghlan with a fine running play. Could have been extra bases for Travis Snyder. What a beautiful shot.
Recently demoted closer. How recent? This morning. Jason Grilli, who has allowed runs in 3 of his last 4 outings.
11 saves for Grilli, but he's failed on 4 occasions in those save opportunities. 10 walks in 18 2/3.
See the 4 homers. He gave up 2 to Ryan Braun in the same series in April, and then allowed 2 against the Reds this week. Todd Frazier and Devin Mesoraco. So he'll try to get back on track, pitching in lower leverage situations as Hector Rondon gets ready in the home bullpen. Right now, save situation with a 3-run lead. And an 0-2 count on Scherholtz. Called strike 3. There's the hard throwing righty Rondon. Holt has struck out twice and walked once. You referenced 3 true outcomes. He needs to hit a home run to hit all of those categories in this ball game.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was fishing for last time when he punched out.
Adam Dunn, Rob Deere, back in the day. Jim Thome could be on that list.
Big Adam would probably be the captain of that squad, wouldn't he?
Yes, I would say.
What did Kingman walk a lot? I don't remember. Dave Kingman certainly had the home run and the strikeout part of it down.
2 of the 3 we know. Yes, but let's see. Kind of. 236 average, 302 on base percentage. So yeah, I mean he'd take 50 to 60 walks, but he'd strike out, you know, well over 100 times. And Holt strikes out for the 3rd time.
Really pitching like he wants to reclaim his job.
Well, the action's inside the ballpark right now. But it's turning into Friday evening in Wrigleyville, so everything around it will be happening once this ball game ends. We have turned both of our fans off in the booth. It has cooled off considerably. A snarky producer just said in my ear, we've turned off more fans than the ones in the dugout. Thank you. Can't get away with anything on this broadcast. 2 strikes to John Baker. Cubs leading by 3 late.
Cubs hang on and win this ball game. They will be 11-7 here in the month of June. 10 victories so far, ranking 2nd among the National League clubs. Milwaukee's won 11 this month. Cubs won 11 all of May. And just 9 in April.
Still a long climb to get back to 500. They're 10 under at the moment.
Yeah, Baker, man, he's worked hard today. It's like Pigpen.
A cloud of dust around him as he heads down to first. The lights have only been here since 1988, but they've got that classic look, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Strike called on Lake. First at bat. Just came into play center. Get through as they had the shift on, so Harrison was playing almost behind second base.
Yeah, he's been looking to shoot the ball through that hole a little bit here in recent ball games. And with his tendency to pull off the ball, this approach will help him anyway. That's a tough pitch. Reaches out, punches it through that hole on the right side. Gets himself a knock.
A 2-out rally here after back-to-back Ks by Grilli, and it's Valbuena who's 1 for 4 with a run. Very healthy 379 on base average. The reason why he's been filling in that leadoff spot. Backed him off the plate 1-0. Swinging strike.
If you're Hector Rondon, do you want the Cubs to score anymore? Lose your save opportunity?
Yes. I think he'd rather lead by 15 if he can. Polanco makes the catch, getting a ton of tweets from people who just love our aerial views from the blimp today. And there's another one of the closer coming in.
The word on the street is out about How I Met Your Mother. Awesome! Awesome!
Awesome! Awesome!
See why it's the most
awesome
show on TV with the most awesome bad boy Barney.
When I get sad, I stop being sad and be awesome instead. True story.
How I Met Your Mother.
Tonight at 8 on WGN America.
So there I was again, explaining my moderate to severe chronic plaque psoriasis to another new stylist. It was a total embarrassment and not the kind of attention I wanted. So I had a serious talk with my dermatologist about my treatment options. This time, she prescribed Humira, adalimumab. Humira helps to clear the surface of my skin by actually working inside my body. In clinical trials, most adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis saw 75% skin clearance. And the majority of people were clear or almost clear in just 4 months.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal events such as infections, lymphoma, or other types of cancer have happened. Blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure have occurred. Before starting Humira, your doctor should test you for TB. Ask your doctor if you live in or have been to a region where certain fungal infections are common. Tell your doctor if you have had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have symptoms such as fever, fatigue, cough, or sores. You should not start Humira if you have any kind of infection.
Make the most of every moment. Ask your dermatologist about Humira today. Clearer skin is possible.
Today at the wedding, you stream the game. And you're not necessarily proud of that. But tonight, you have the gang over for juicy Johnsonville brats made with premium cuts of pork. And you're definitely proud of that. Johnsonville, served with pride since 1945.
Our aerial coverage today provided by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you got to get DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV. And weather permitting, we will have aerial coverage again on Sunday here on WGN.
Well, here comes hard throwing Hector. He's 1-1 with a .236, 7 saves and 9 tries. A little gas for you. Free and easy. Right over the heart of the plate.
All the Pirates runs coming on a 3-run homer by Mercer in the 5th. So he's leading off. Jose Tabata is on deck, and then the rookie Polanco swing and a miss on a slider. 0-2.
Rondon had been shut down a while with a little bit of a tender elbow, so he only worked once on the road trip. That extra inning affair in Miami the other day, pitched a scoreless inning, struck out 3. His last save chance was here against the Marlins. And that one didn't work out well. Good start here, though. Starts him with the heater and then a couple sliders to finish him off.
Tabata in the air. Lake for out number 2. Look, the Cubs' overall record notwithstanding, you've mentioned how well this team has played over the last month. The pitching, by and large, has kept this team in most games this year, but now we're starting to see the offense come through, and it's turning into some wins. Yeah, it's been fun to watch. You know, obviously Rizzo and Castro leading the way, and some of the other guys chipping in. Valbuena's been really productive. Polanco, strike 1. Right off the ball game with a single. Fielder's choice in the 3rd, a ground out in the 5th, a walk in the 7th. A line, and the 0-1 is called strike 2. Rondon makes quick work of the Pirates in the 9th. It's a hug from his catcher and all smiles 6-3 the final.
You better get ready for a brand new day. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. They're singing, go, Cubs, go. Go, Cubs, go. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. Go, Cubs, go. Go, Cubs, go. Hey, Chicago. In the National League. Well, this is the year in the Cubs are in. So come on down to Wrigley Field. We're singing now, go Cubs, go. Go Cubs, go. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win. Go Cubs, go. Go Cubs, go. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? Baseball time is here again. You can catch it all on WGN. So snap your feet and clap.
What could be more important than your family?
Nothing.
Charlie, please, why in God's name would we stay here?
Abby, you're just gonna have to trust me.
Are you ready?
The refreshing twist of Bud Light Lime. The perfect beer for whatever happens.
Did you or someone you know undergo surgery using transvaginal mesh that later required an additional surgery to repair or remove the mesh? The FDA recently issued a warning that transvaginal mesh can cause serious complications such as additional surgery, perforations, vaginal scarring, and mesh erosion or disintegration. Over 30,000 severe complications have been recorded. So far, 2 jury verdicts have awarded more than $15 million in compensation. Call us right now for a free consultation.
Call 1-800-864-1788.
Hi.
Hi. Wow. So what you in the mood for?
Steakhouse?
Steakhouse. Steakhouse. Little bill, son.
Oh, no.
How much you give me?
As in, like, steakhouse cheeseburger from Wendy's?
Awesome. So you got change for the bus?
Wendy's new Steakhouse Junior Cheeseburger Deluxe is just $1.49 with fresh steakhouse seasoned beef and garlic aioli. Your dollar's more delicious here.
Now that's better.
The authentic taste of a strawberry margarita is here, without all the hassle. Bud Light Lime Strawberita is perfectly mixed with a refreshing twist of Bud Light Lime. Just pop, pour over ice, and enjoy. And now try new Mango and Raspberry.
When you've got a lead in the ninth, everyone knows you bring in your closer to save the game. Just like everyone knows that 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance when you switch to Geico. Now, if only the umpire knew where the strike zone was.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Yeah. Everybody knows that.
Did you know there is an oldest trick in the book?
What?
Trick number 1. Look it over there. Ha ha! Madest thou look. So endeth the trick.
Hey.
Yes.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you, well, you know.
Are your joints ready for action? Take OsteoBiflex. OsteoBiflex is specially formulated with Joint Shield to nurture and help defend your joints. So now you can keep doing and doing and doing what you love.
Hey, Mom, Dad. What do you guys do today?
OsteoBiflex, ready for action.
Steak and wing places are giving you less and charging you more, not Golden Corral. Introducing the $10.99 Steak and Wings Spectacular. It's endless sirloin fillets, non-stop wings, and seconds are on the house. Steak and wings every night, and right now it's just $10.99 Monday through Thursday, only at Golden Corral.
How are things with the new guy?
All we do is go out to dinner.
That's it?
I mean, he picks up the tab every time, which is great.
Why?
He's using you. He probably has the city thank you card and he gets 2 times the points at restaurants.
So he's just racking up points with me.
Some people.
Oh.
No, I got it.
The Citi Thank You Preferred Card. Now earn 2 times the points on dining out and entertainment with no annual fee. To apply, go to Citi.com/thankyoucards.
Our next WGN telecast of Cubs baseball will be this Sunday when they face the Pirates to wrap up this 3-game set. We'll hit the air at 1 o'clock with the leadoff man. Once again, our final score today, the Cubs 6, the Pirates 3. Cubs baseball in high definition on WGN has been brought to you by Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. Now for JD and our entire WGN crew here at Wrigley Field, Len Casper thanking you for watching Cubs baseball.
If you are age 85 or younger, call 1-800-391-5759 now.
To learn more about the Senior Care Plan from Senior Life Insurance Company. The average funeral now costs over $7,500, but the most government benefits will pay your family is only $255, leaving your loved ones to pay your debt. The Senior Care Plan will pay up to $30,000 for funeral and other final expenses. There is no medical exam, and you'll have lifetime coverage. Your rates will never increase, your benefits will never decrease, and your plan cannot be canceled by Senior Life. To receive free information,